Hi, folks, and welcome to Damian Space News. And I am your host, Damian. Now, this one Starship updates. For the foreseeable future, I am going to be focusing just on Starship, SpaceX's Starship, and its super heavy booster, because I expect a lot of things to happen in the near future on that one. Before we do that, SpaceX has. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use my homemade models every now and then. SpaceX has their Falcon 9 rocket, which is a two-stage rocket. The first stage, the booster, is reusable. It comes back and lands and then can be used again for another flight. The second stage is not reusable. It gets expanded. And the third part, not really a stage, but the third part is the cargo, or in this case, it's the crew capsule for bringing crew to the space station. That is the world's busiest rocket at the moment, launching on average once a week. For a heavier load, they have their Falcon Heavy, which basically they've taken the booster and added two more to it to give a heavier lift for the cargo or satellites or whatever they're sending up to space to get a heavier load up or to go further afield with the load. And their new rocket, which is only in prototype stage, is the Starship. Starship is a much bigger beast. This is a two-stage rocket. The first stage, the booster, and the Starship itself, and both of these are reusable. Both come back and land. At least that's the plan. We have seen the ship actually fly by itself. Previous versions. This is ship number 24. We have seen a few earlier models actually fly, and I think it was ship 15 was the only one that actually landed. The booster, we've never seen a booster fly. Not yet, but I'm expecting this to happen all very soon, probably within the month, I am hoping. Right, status where we're at the moment. We have seen the ship. Where are we? We have seen the ship, and Elon Musk did tweet this video. Let me press play. He tweeted this video showing the static fire. Shows the static fire of 6 engines on ship 24. Lovely shot from a drone directly above. Lovely shot. Let's turn up the volume and have a listen to that. And we heard the nice honk honk at the end when they shut down the engines. Next, we saw the wet dress rehearsal. The wet dress rehearsal is where they have stacked the ship, you can see it there, on top of the booster, attached to the tower, and they fueled up both vehicles. They did everything except fire the engines for this wet dress rehearsal. We have, oh, I didn't pull you over, sorry, that's what we should have been looking at. This was the wet dress rehearsal, which you can see there, and that's as far as they got. They fueled everything up and done all the steps and processes except firing the engines. Then they destacked the whole lot. They took the ship off of the booster and they went for a static fire. There were of the 33 engines that were on this booster. Now, not all 33 of them fired up. There was a little glitch. They turned off one before the static fire, and then one turned itself off. So we had 31 engines in total that fired up on that. Do we have the static fire? Yes, I think we do. Transition. Play. There we go. The drone view of the static fire with 31 engines of the booster only. Can we get some sound on that, I wonder? Can we get some sound on it? Yeah, let's have a listen. Yeah, nice one. Right, we've seen that. So we've seen the ship fire up its 6 engines, we've seen the wet dress rehearsal with the full stack, then they separated them, and we've seen a static fire with the booster. Then they took the booster away, and things slowed down. That last static fire was the 9th of February, which I think is 6 weeks ago today, or thereabouts. They've been working on the actual launch mount since upgrading it after the big static fire. I think they've learned a few lessons and they wanted to reinforce it, put extra shielding on it and stuff like that. And that is nearing completion at the moment. I believe we're just waiting on the FAA to grant their launch license. And well, Elon has tweeted that it should be ready to go maybe the end of the 3rd week of April, which would be April 20th is what he hinted at. That's one of his famous numbers that he loves, 420. So anyway, we are hoping to see a lot of exciting stuff happen in the very near future. Bring the booster back, put it on the onto the mount, then hopefully roll the ship back and put it on top and go through a wet dress rehearsal again, and maybe static fires, or maybe straight into a launch. I'll be keeping you posted. While there's loads of other stuff out there that is newsworthy in the space industry, I'm going to focus just on the Starship at the moment. I think it's going to take over my interests big time. So that's it from me for now. You're up to date with Damian at Clifton Bay. Bye.